Welcome back to my hunting YouTube channel. If you watched the last video, you know that my season was very short. It's about 2 days. The hunting was 1 day, the packing out of the animal was the second day. And I had planned on sharing a lot of information while I was out there hunting. One of those things was my pack system. What I took with me to kill that elk. I want to let you know that I have to change some things to make it lighter. It was just too heavy. And I'm going to show you what I have, and so you can see maybe with the gear that you have and what I need, what I'm going to get rid of for that type of hunting situation. Different hunting scenarios, you need different things. What I brought with me probably covers a wider range of hunting situations than the one that I was going into. So to start out with, it's a KUIU Icon Pro backpack with the 1850 bag. I do have a new belt on because when I was washing the old belt and putting it back together, I was putting the frame into the old belt and was just folding the Velcro in, and the stitching let loose and went right on out. Called KUIU and they sent me a new one. Pretty much blew me away with their customer service. Everybody I talked to was really nice. I've got a drippy camelback here, so that's one thing that broke, is my shutoff is broken on this thing. Got to replace that. 2 side pouches. I'll start with the side pouch. If you can see, got a ladder in the way here. I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I got a bugle that I never got out, mainly because I didn't want to mess up. Because I knew those cows and potentially 1 or 2 bulls would come in, and I didn't want to attempt to bugle and scare them all off. I just wanted to hunt their patterns and get some meat in the freezer. But I may be getting this out. This is a Terminator. I've got some diaphragm calls that I'm practicing with. Not much extra room in here than I pretty much don't have this whole pocket used at all. So you could potentially add some more things to this. No matter where I go, this gun's with me when I'm hunting. When I'm out and about around town, I got different ones. A bag full of batteries. Extra batteries for both cameras. I brought 2 cameras. Trying to think I was going to be some sort of, YouTuber making fancy videos with different shots. Makes things very complicated getting cameras set up during hunting. I just got lucky that I had that thing jammed on a tree branch and hit the button and zoomed in a little bit. I wanted to go over and readjust it and zoom in more, but I didn't want to risk not getting the animal and making too much movement up in the tree. The other pouch has 7 extra rounds, 357 rounds in here, extra ammo in case I run into some unruly Wyoming hunters. You'd be surprised what goes on out there. This side, a beanie. This really saved me. Even though it was record temperatures, high temperatures, where that pond and that meadow is, it gets very cold. It was easy, I take a guess, 7 to 10 degrees cooler in that little valley there than anywhere else where I was hiking. Going into this pouch here, I do have a few things. Extra release. I always have an extra release. And somewhere in here is another headlamp. I bring 3 headlamps. The last thing I wanted was to run out of light. So I had a lot of headlamps, and you'll see a lot of extra batteries too. That's a lot of weight. In the top pouch here, I had my keys. And what else I got in there? I think I just had my keys in there, keys to the camper. This is the main pouch bag area. And this is this one here. This is a puffy jacket. This is a really nice down coat here. This was emergency only. This is what I wear out and about, so I wasn't about to get pine tree sap on it. And I really was shivering that morning, but I knew that I didn't want to go through a whole layer, putting layers on and having to take them off, potentially when the animals were coming in. This here is my camelback. I took 2 liters in. That's a good bit of weight there. Got this little survival pouch. It's got all sorts of things in it. It's a Gerber Bear Grylls thing. I got it as a gift, and it's been sitting on a shelf for years, and I finally decided to open it. I took a few of the gimmicky things out, but a lot of things I left in there. that are pretty valuable. So this here, it's also pretty heavy and can be definitely this can be pared down. This here is what the internet is calling a kill kit. This here is my first aid kit, and I did have to get into this. This is something else that I'm not sure was needed. This is a cook system. There's a canister, a stove, a lighter, and a pot right here. And the reason I have that is I thought I might want to eat this. I wasn't sure how far that animal was going to run before it went down. I could have had to, potentially track it for a half mile. You watch all these YouTube videos, and apparently guys make a lot of bad shots on YouTube, and they track their animals a mile. They lose them a lot. So I said, you know what? For me to stay on the trail, or once I finally get to the animal, a nice hot meal might keep me motivated to, stick it out and keep cutting up that animal, making sure that I preserve the meat and get it cooled down. That is about it. The last things in the very bottom are meat bags. There's 4 Kuyu quarter bags, and then there's another reusable one in here by a different brand. I can't remember what the heck it is. Something game bags. And this was goes right in the bottom. I can't go to the mountains without my inReach. This is not a GPS. It's pretty much useless as a GPS. You could probably use it as a compass. That's about it. This here is strictly for communication. This one here is for navigating. This one here had all the waypoints for the tree stand, waypoints for all my trail cameras, held a whole bunch of tracks of where I had been in the area. So navigation and communication. I'm going to pack all this up and I'm going to weigh it for you, and then you'll realize why I think this was too heavy. Too much stuff. Forgot to tell you about the bino harness I was wearing on top of all that stuff. Got a little, what is this, Make It a Bowl Crazy. My rangefinder, definitely have to keep the rangefinder in my system here. I love this rangefinder. I may do a review on this and try to get some better footage of how it works. With archery hunting, you can get away with just about any cheap rangefinder, but I've switched gears to rifle season, and I'm going to be using this quite a bit at much longer distance. So inside this thing, this Alaskan Guides creation, I got a cheap pair of waterproof Leupold binos. Don't need them. They're 10x. They're going away on this type of hunt. There's no glassing knobs, no nothing anywhere around this area. I mean, I would have to literally climb a mountain going at least 3.5, maybe 4 miles in to get to anywhere that's open. And then I would be in the only open spot looking at a bunch of trees. Glassing really is unnecessary, and the rangefinder is a 7x. Easily enough optic to identify your target. To check out the animal. If you're hunting a bull, you can count its points. If you're in a point restricted area, easily enough magnification to get that figured out well before the animal gets there. At 100 yards, 150 yards, you can easily see what you need to see with the 7x rangefinder. Hey, you got you pointed up at my scale here. Hopefully that holds. It's got a 0 out. 0. 2145, and gotta get the bino harness on there. Gotta get this on. 23.98, and I still have another camera. The camera that I'm filming this with was also in this mess. Now that's not much weight. It is a pretty decent amount of weight to go on a hike. But then, when you put 50 pounds of meat on top of that, you're at 75 pounds. Keep in mind, when I did kill the elk, I had sucked down quite a bit of water. So you could say I drank maybe a half a liter, 3/4 of a liter by the time I was packing the animal out. But the first load out, and every single load from the kill site to the trail, I was carrying all this. Mainly because I didn't want to dump it out all over the ground and have to pack it all back up. So I just toughed it out. there's a lot of things that I can do to reduce the weight for this type of hunting set. Maybe I'll make a video of that, of what I've pared down to lighten the load. There's still things I'm just thinking of, like all my sandwiches. I also had this multi-tool in the pack, but you know, it was easy 25 pounds. Let me know in the comments, what is the first thing you would get rid of? And don't say that pistol, because they ain't coming off. Please give the video a like and click the bell. I'm just started a process of rebarreling a Remington 700 chambered in 300 Win mag. I probably will buy the barrel this weekend and hopefully get it next week, and just kind of show the process of breaking the barrel in, what type of groups I'm getting with this new barrel, what type of groups I'm getting with this barrel that's kind of shot out, nearing the end of its life. If that sort of stuff interests you, you might want to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.